By winning the World Cup for Argentina in Qatar, Lionel Messi arguably cemented himself as the greatest football player of all time in December 2022. However, despite being thrust into the public spotlight for the majority of his career, thanks to his incredible talent, there are a few things you may not know about the great man. In this video, we'll be looking at 10 incredible things that you may not have already known about the man who's won everything there is to win, including 7 Ballon d'Ors, 1 Copa America and 1 World Cup, Argentina and Paris Saint-Germain star Lionel Messi. Number 1. Growth hormone deficiency. The diminutive star is huge in stature when it comes to his status on the world stage. However, Lionel Messi stands at just 169 centimeters in physical size. As a youngster, Messi was born with a growth hormone deficiency, meaning he may have been even smaller than he is now as a fully grown adult. Messi signed for Spanish giants Barcelona at the age of 13, and having seen his obvious early potential to become a world-class footballer, Barcelona agreed to pay for a hormone treatment for Messi, thought to cost around $900 per month, a fee that his family could not continue to afford without any help. The young star was thought to be around 127 meters tall when he was diagnosed at the age of 11, but thanks to the treatment reached a height of 1.69 meters. Number 2. Messi's amaxophobia. Would you believe one of the greatest sportsmen of all time, often looked at as immortal, has a fear known as amaxophobia? Messi's little-known phobia actually means he has a fear of getting into and driving what you and I would consider a normal car. The fear hasn't been helped by the fact that Messi's brother Matthias and father George were involved in serious car accidents. Thankfully, both survived their incidents, but Lionel still suffered with the phobia. Messi has been able to conquer, or at least manage his phobia thanks to his huge wages and immense wealth accrued over his career. His wealth means he can splash out on extremely expensive cars that contain extra safety features, which allow him to feel much safer than he would ordinarily in a less expensive car. It is estimated that Messi's car collection, which includes a Ferrari 335 Sports Scaglietti and several Audis, is worth just over $50 million. Number 3. Messi's tax fraud case. Despite those millions of dollars in Messi's back pocket, he is thought to be worth around $620 million. The World Cup winning star has had his run-ins with the law due to allegations of tax fraud. After being found guilty of defrauding Spain of around 4.1 million euros between the years 2007 and 2009, Messi was given a 21-month prison sentence, which was then later reduced to a hefty fine. Messi used tax havens in Belize and Uruguay to conceal earnings through image rights, and having been found guilty, has been ordered to pay a fine of 252,000 euros, which, when you're worth as much as Messi, is basically as harsh as a slap on the wrist. His father George was also involved in the case and also had a jail sentence reduced to a fine by the Spanish courts. Lionel and George also made a voluntary €5 million corrective payment, equal to the alleged unpaid tax plus interest in August 2013. Although it sounds dramatic, Messi was never actually set to spend a day in prison for his crimes, as under the Spanish system, prison terms of under 2 years can be served under probation. Imagine how different history may have been had Lionel Messi gone to prison though. Number 4. Messi could have played for Spain. Now that he's won the World Cup for his beloved nation, Lionel Messi can now stand alongside the great Diego Maradona as one of Argentina's favourites. However, once again, things could have been very different for Messi and Argentina, had Messi taken a different path early on in his career. Pictures of Messi in an Argentina shirt are now iconic, but those pictures could have been in Spain shirts had he chosen a different path. Due to having a Catalan great-grandfather, young Lionel could have opted to play for Spain on the national stage instead of his native Argentina, and after Messi signed for Barcelona as a youth prospect, the director of football, Carles Rexach, even pushed for the Spanish Football Association to move quickly to secure the future of the player as their own. Messi's wish, however, was always to represent the country of his birth, and that of his hero Maradona. Spain's interest even prompted the Argentine FA to swiftly organise 2 international friendlies for the Argentina under-20s in 2004 so that they could call Messi up and tie him down to becoming an Argentina international for what was to become a long and successful career. Number 5. Messi the multinational. As we've just mentioned, Messi may have been on the verge of representing Spain rather than his native Argentina. But it turns out the Argentine legend and World Cup winner had a few choices due to numerous different nationalities in his family. Despite Lionel being born in Argentina, Messi's mother Celia is Lebanese, while his father George is Italian. Things could have been so different for the best player in the world, especially if he'd chosen to represent Lebanon. Lionel itself isn't the most common South American name. Ever wondered where his name came from? Well, he may now be the most famous man on the planet named Lionel, but that hasn't always been the case. Although they may be pronounced slightly differently, Messi was in fact named after legendary American singer Lionel Richie. Number 6. Messi's hero grandmother. Messi is clearly a family man, in every sense of the word, still having incredibly close relationships to his mother and father, while remaining devoted to his partner and children. While many football players owe their careers to their father, Messi devotes much of his success to his grandmother, Celia Coutinini, who sadly passed away when Messi was only 11 years old. Celia was extremely supportive of young Lionel's dream to be a professional footballer. He recalls one specific time that his grandmother was so instrumental in his career in a recent interview with Daria Ole, a daily newspaper published in Argentina's capital, Buenos Aires. Messi said, "I was small. We would all go to the neighborhood club to where the whole family always went. My brother and cousins would all play, each in their respective category, as we were all of different ages. I was one of the youngest ones, and therefore there were no categories for me yet. But one of them was missing a player, and so my grandmother told the manager to let me play. To which the manager replied, 'How can we let him play? He is too small, he cannot play.' Despite this, my grandmother still insisted, 'Let him play, let him play.' She was very much loved by everyone at the club and continued to demand I be put in until they did. I scored 2 goals. It is thought by many that his Argentina teammate Gonzalo Montiel stepped up to take the winning penalty in the World Cup final in Qatar. Messi looked up and said the words, "Puede ser hoy, Abu," which translates to, "It could be today, Grandma." Number 7. Messi's property empire. We've already mentioned the impressive car collection, but Messi's personal property empire is just as impressive, if not more impressive than his motors. Thanks to his incredible wealth as well as his love for picturesque places, Messi swapping beautiful Barcelona for perfect Paris is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the places he owns and lives in. Messi's Barcelona mansion was thought to be worth around £5.5 million, or $6.5 million, and boasted a small football pitch, a swimming pool, an indoor gym, and even a playground. The pitch was perfect for Messi and his son, and even his dog, to perfect their skills while at home, and the property was even in a no-fly zone, meaning aircraft were unable to fly directly over it. It is currently unknown whether Messi has sold his Barcelona palace when moving over to Paris to join PSG. If that wasn't enough already, Messi also owns incredible properties in his native Rosario, as well as one in Ibiza and one in Miami, where it is strongly rumored that he may end up playing out the final days of his football career in the colors of Inter Miami. It is believed that Messi's property portfolio is worth a cool $27.5 million. Feel that we've missed any interesting facts about the main man? Please feel free to let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching this video about Lionel Messi. We hope you know him a little bit better than you did before. See you in the next one.